Hi, this is Sal.
Hey, this is Goose.
And this is Steve-O.
And this is Dirty Masenko, the show where we review Dragon Ball Z episodes and give our reviews and opinions, as I just said. Today is episode 2.
The world's strongest team.
Dum dum dum.
So basically, guys, in this episode, last episode we saw that Raditz came to Earth, pretty much spanked Goku, and then kidnapped Gohan, his son. So this episode, Raditz pretty much has an ultimatum for Goku: kill 100 Earthlings, and then I'll give you back your son. Goku, of course, wants to go after Raditz, but Piccolo shows up and wants to go ahead and team up with them to take down Raditz, basically just for his own way to get rid of Raditz and take over the world, sort of thing. They attack head-on, but of course find that they're ultimately outmatched. And of course Raditz finds out that Gohan is a somehow superpower, somewhat high-level power for a kid. So we find out in this episode as well. But what's going on, guys? It's pretty...
Well, it seemed almost kind of like a filler episode in a weird way, but I did enjoy it very much. I enjoyed it because it showed what Dragon Ball Z was really about, you know, as far as like it had the first fight scene,
right? And
it showed like the speed of everything, and I don't know, I enjoyed the first fight scene. What did y'all think about it?
Yeah, I liked it. At first when I saw that Piccolo and Goku would team up, I didn't think it was gonna work. You know, I mean, these are two enemies going together to fight someone else, and I didn't think there would be that much, synchronization, I guess. But apparently, when it comes to the fight scenes, they had a formation going. They were kind of, in sync with each other.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's what I was thinking about. Like, as far as what technique do you think is going to work to really get Raditz, like?
Honestly, when they were doing their whole little formation, I know I've said this before, right? But it kind of reminded me.
Don't say.
Yeah, the flying V.
Flying V.
Yeah, from the Mighty Ducks. That's what it was. Initially, that's what it... I mean, you need one more person in there to make it a V.
You're going to have to cut off your mic, sir.
We only have one mic.
That was a little bit like the flying V.
Waiting for, what's his name, Keenan to do his knuckle puck.
That's an awesome move.
No, but they got owned towards the end of the episode. And even though like they had like weights and everything, they were still at... Which leads me to my next thing. It was really annoying because you heard the word power level like 30, 40 times in this episode. I just want to get y'all's opinion on what y'all think about power levels.
I mean, it's pretty accurate. I mean,
well, no, as far as
power level.
Is it annoying? I mean, is it annoying to you? I mean, why do they have to go with power levels? Don't they know if they're stronger or not?
Well, it's a foreshadowing. I get the whole reason they're doing it. If power levels will come, important when it gets down to into the actual
I have a more
series.
deeper question, okay? And that we'll probably eventually reveal this when we start doing Dragon Ball itself. But when did they start actually using the term? Was this the first time they actually used the term power level? We're on episode 2 of this. This is the first. So was this the first time, or was there somewhere in Dragon Ball that said, okay, these are power levels now? Goku's like 100.
No, because in Dragon Ball they never had the scouter. They had nothing to measure.
Well, no, but they did have not the first mention of power levels, but they could sense the energy.
Yeah,
they could sense the energy because you remember, like in the first episode of Dragon Ball Z, Goku and Krillin sensed something coming.
Yeah,
and it was Raditz.
Yeah.
And at first I thought it was Piccolo.
Well, but you know what? This is another interesting question because so Goku in the episode, you come to find that, of course, I mentioned Raditz takes Gohan. He goes far, far away. Hey, son.
Just time out real quick. We do have a special guest. This is Steve-O's son, if you can hear him in the background. But he's just joining in with us today. But anyway, carry on.
Okay, so check us out. So Goku's asking Bulma for her scouter to find Raditz because apparently Gohan has the Dragon Ball on top of his head. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. So they can sense power levels. They know he's coming, right, in the very first episode. But how come they can't sense, like, this guy's a pretty big power. Like, I can sense him. I know where he's going to... At some point, I know in Dragon Ball Z, they're able to sense powers, and they can, like, just go to that power, because they can sense it.
Well, no, they remember when Goku and Piccolo were going over to Raditz, they said, let's land here so he won't sense our power level. But they said no because he has a scouter. I know what you're saying, though, but they know how to suppress their energy, and they won't be able to send it.
Right.
But and speaking of Scouter, okay, they speak English, right, Saiyans?
Yeah.
Why is there Scouter in a different language? Did you ever notice that? It's like in blocks and symbols. I just thought that was...
it's got to be from... I mean, it's got to be from the manufacturer's hometown, home planet, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, we all know that it's Frieza's technology that supplies the Saiyans with the armor and the Scouters. So it's probably based off of their language.
Well, in order to go ahead and destroy planets, they have to be proficient in their language to tell them that they're going to destroy them. Then, you know,
what I'm pretty sure they're proficient in Frieza's language. You know?
Who knows what language they is? This is based in Japan, so I don't know.
Exactly.
But it's just, I never really thought of it that much. It's just like, okay, apparently square, triangle, and
everything has a number, but and it gives like the outline of the actual person they're scouting. It just doesn't make any sense. What about Piccolo's voice? Do you like Piccolo's voice now or in the future or the later episodes?
I like the later episodes.
The later episodes,
it's a little more scruffier.
Well, it's more intense.
It rings in my ears, his voice now. Like, it bothers me.
Yeah, it does.
It kind of like, it's more annoying.
Like,
it's kind of like Krillin's voice, you know,
it's
just as
really
annoying.
low. No, that's not it. No, he's very much like, like he's very like shady in this one. He could be like a private detective
or a drug dealer.
Probably better.
Let's see, what else
I got some weed for you.
Oh, you know what? Another thing that was interesting. Okay, two things. First of all, Raditz' hair, and I know it's foreshadowing too, but you know, Goku's hair and Frieza's hair, or like, not Frieza, Vegeta's hair. You know, it's normal, normal length, and we find out, of course, foreshadowing that Saiyan's hair doesn't grow.
Right.
It doesn't, it stops at a certain point. But like, why is Raditz's hair so long?
I'm pretty sure.
Like why does it have to be so long? And so it makes him look. It makes him lok supreme when he's just kind of a chump. You know what I mean? Which we'll find out later. You know.
Yeah.
It was more annoying. That and another thing too, and I know we were going to mention it, but when Goku asked Raditz if Gohan was safe, and then Raditz said, "Oh yeah, he's in the little meteor little pod that he landed in," and then Goku went to go check on him. Goku just flew, like he didn't even jump, and he can't fly yet. I mean, he has to use Nimbus.
I thought about this. He more levitated than he did fly, but the fact that he can still do that. Yeah, maybe he's just, and again, I don't remember in Dragon Ball if he does do this or not. I know in Dragon Ball Z the first, and we'll when it comes up, we'll probably bring it up again, but he does start to fly toward the later part of the Saiyan saga.
Right.
But it just like all of a sudden, like now he's flying, and we don't really. I'm sure I don't remember seeing that in Dragon Ball toward the end. So I was like, okay, maybe he just got so light.
Like after taking off his weighted gear.
Yeah.
So stupid. He had like 100 pounds on his feet, but like 30
pounds.
And little fibers.
As you can see, the jazzercise.
No, but I do want to go back to it because I think it really is. I think it really is important to continue the storyline. But honestly, like, what do you think is the best technique?
Jump punch him.
Jump punch him, really?
Yeah, really. I mean, no matter how strong you are, that's always going to be your Achilles heel.
I really don't think that. I don't think that's.
Hold on. That's a really stupid answer. Because first of all, at this point in the episode, they can't do anything. They're just.
They can't even catch him. I
mean, this is like, because this is kind of like the beginning of how Dragon Ball Z is usually set up. There's always someone like super powerful, and they have to like train to get to that point, But they do figure something out, yes. But at this point in this episode, they can't do anything. They can think they can, but they're not going to be like, oh, I took out my weights, I'm super fast, and I'm going to catch him. No, they can't catch him.
And then do you think the tail thing is going to work?
No.
I know.
Well, it does.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, it does, because Goose doesn't know, but we do.
Oh, I know. And
holding the tail is going to work. But, I mean, if it was me, I mean, I would just, like, both ways, like, hit him with, like, a beam cannon, That seems the most the most probable way to kill someone. Anyway,
spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert.
I'm just thinking of right now in the actual, like, if they didn't know what to do right now, and they're not going to do anything.
Yeah, okay. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for today's show, guys. Your question of the day is, if Krillin went to go out and fight Raditz, how would Raditz kill him? Goose. You don't got nothing, Steve-O.
What he's going to do is trap him in his pod, throw him into outer space, and then he's going to explode him.
Self-destruct the pod?
Or just shoot some sort of beam at him, and then Krillin will just die in space.
I mean, let's face it, it's not that hard to kill Krillin.
It's not, I mean, really is.
I mean, really.
You can choke him with his tail.
Alright, guys. Well, we want to know what you think, how Krillin would die if he went to go find Raditz. Make sure to leave your comments in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the second episode of Dirty Masenko. My name's Sal.
This is Goose.
And Steve-O.
See you next week.